In a secluded valley, cradled by rolling green hills and watched over by silent, ancient mountains, lay the peaceful village of Willow Creek. Here lived a farmer named Ethan, a man whose reputation was built not on wealth, but on the richness of his character. He was known throughout the valley for his quiet generosity, his unwavering honesty, and a spirit that was always ready to lend a hand. He shared a humble cottage at the village edge with his wife, Sarah, and their 2 children, Lily and Sam. Ethan's world was a small plot of land where he cultivated a life, growing tomatoes, carrots, potatoes, and beans. His day began in the pre-dawn stillness, long before the first bird sang. He would rise silently, a familiar ritual of respect for his sleeping family, and make his way to the fields. Ethan held a deep reverence for his land, treating it with the same gentle care he gave his family and friends. Ethan's life followed a simple, laborious rhythm. After a warm breakfast prepared by Sarah, he would dedicate his hours to the earth. He moved through the rows of plants, watering them, clearing away intrusive weeds, and ensuring the soil was rich and alive. Ethan firmly believed that a bountiful harvest was born from more than just hard work. It required a measure of love and devotion. His neighbors often watched him, admiring his ceaseless dedication. Sometimes one would call out, "Ethan, you never seem to rest. What drives you to work from sunup to sundown?" With a warm smile, Ethan would reply, "Tending to this land is like nurturing life itself. When we offer our love and attention to the earth, it rewards us tenfold. These crops are not merely food. They are the tangible result of our patience and our effort." One year, a devastating drought fell upon the valley. The life-giving rains ceased, and the sun beat down relentlessly, baking the once fertile ground until it cracked and turned to dust. A palpable anxiety settled over the villagers as their crops withered, and the fear of a long, hungry winter grew with each passing day. Yet, amidst the spreading despair, Ethan's hope remained a stubborn green shoot. Every single day, he would walk to the village well, fill his buckets, and carry the heavy water back to his fields, rationing it carefully to sustain his plants. His family became his small, dedicated crew. Lily and Sam carried small pails of water, their little legs struggling but determined, while Sarah managed the home and prepared meals that kept their spirits up. The other villagers watched in disbelief as Ethan's small farm remained an oasis of green in a desert of brown. While their own fields were barren and lifeless, his land thrived. Whispers turned to questions, and soon they wondered what magic Ethan possessed. One afternoon, a group of farmers approached him, their faces etched with worry. "Ethan," one of them asked, "how can your crops flourish when there is no rain? What is your secret?" Ethan's smile was kind and without any sense of superiority. "There is no secret, my friends," he explained. "I treat my land with love. I bring it water every day, no matter how tired my arms are from the well. I feed the soil with natural compost, keeping it healthy. But the most important thing is that I never give up hope. The earth can feel our care and it responds." The villagers listened, and a slow understanding dawned on them. Ethan's success was not magic. It was the product of relentless hard work, unyielding perseverance, and a profound love for his land. As the drought wore on, life grew harder. Food became scarce, and for many, hope began to fade. One evening, as twilight painted the sky in shades of purple and orange, a traveler appeared in Willow Creek. He was a man worn down by his journey, dressed in simple, dusty clothes, carrying only a small satchel. He went from door to door, seeking a little food and a place to rest, but the villagers, consumed by their own fears, regretfully turned him away. Finally, the traveler arrived at Ethan's cottage and knocked gently. Ethan opened the door to see the exhausted man. Without a moment's hesitation, he stepped aside. "Please come in," Ethan said with genuine warmth. "You look weary and hungry. Let us offer you what we have." The traveler's grateful smile was a reward in itself. He sat at their simple wooden table as Sarah served a meal of bread, fresh vegetables from their garden, and a cup of milk. The man ate with a quiet gratitude, and when he was finished, Ethan showed him to a small, clean room where he could spend the night. The next morning, the traveler rose with the sun and found Ethan preparing for his day. "You are a truly kind man, Ethan," he said. "In a time of scarcity, you did not hesitate to share with a stranger. I must repay your kindness." Ethan shook his head. "There is no need for repayment. Helping another person is simply the right thing to do. We all depend on the kindness of others." The traveler smiled, a knowing light in his eyes. "You have a good heart, Ethan, but I insist. I am a wanderer who has seen much of this world, and I recognize a truly rich man when I see one. Your wealth is not in coin, but in your character." He then revealed himself to be a wise man, one who understood the deeper currents of the world. "I offer a blessing upon your land, Ethan. May your kindness and hard work forever be rewarded. May your soil always be fertile, and may your crops always grow in abundance." Ethan was taken aback but deeply grateful. He thanked the traveler, who then bid him farewell and continued on his journey. In the days that followed, Ethan noticed a remarkable change. His crops grew with even more vigor, the soil seemed richer, and the plants were vibrant and strong, defying the persistent drought. News of Ethan's miraculous fields spread, and soon villagers were coming to him for help. True to his nature, Ethan shared his harvest freely with anyone in need. More than that, he shared his knowledge, patiently teaching his neighbors how to care for their own land with the same principles he followed. A transformation began to sweep through Willow Creek. Inspired by Ethan's selflessness, the villagers started to work together. They shared what little resources they had, helped each other tend to their fields, and offered support through the hardship. The lonely silence of fear was replaced by the sounds of a community rebuilding itself. The village elder convened a meeting. "We have all learned a profound lesson from Ethan," he declared. "His kindness and diligence have not only saved his own family, but have shown all of us the way forward. Let us always remember that when we help one another, we can overcome any adversity." The villagers wholeheartedly agreed. They established a community garden where everyone worked and everyone shared in the harvest. They began to gather regularly, not to complain about their troubles, but to find solutions together. Eventually, the drought broke. The rains returned and the land drank deeply, turning the valley into a lush, green paradise once more. The village thrived, and its people were bound by a new, stronger sense of unity. They never forgot the lesson Ethan had taught them. That kindness, hard work, and community were the seeds of true prosperity. Ethan continued to farm his land, but he was rarely alone. His neighbors were now his partners, working alongside him, sharing stories and laughter as they cultivated the fields. Willow Creek became a beacon of cooperation and mutual support. As the years went by, the story of Ethan, the farmer of Willow Creek, became a cornerstone of their identity, a beloved tale passed down through generations. It taught their children the enduring importance of kindness, perseverance, and the simple, powerful act of helping a neighbor. And so the village prospered, and Ethan's legacy lived on, a constant reminder that the most fertile ground is a compassionate heart, and the greatest harvest is the one shared with others.